of a second faster than Latifi, but oh, there's a spin, there's a big spin in the background there. That's Sean Galeo in the Prema making the mistake, and well, that was reminiscent of Felipe Massa all those years ago. Frustrating for Sean Galeo, hasn't scored points since Monaco last year, staying with the Prema team, one of only 2 drivers in the field to stay with the team they were with last year, and he was trying to, yeah, really trying to...
Latifi
oh,
in the first sector alone.
Schumacher goes round, coming out of turn 16 to bring out the yellow flags. And he has dropped it, you can see there coming. That might be another safety car, dropping it over the curb. And his strong run, his punchy run, might be over. Oh, Guan Yanzhu has gone into the wall to rip off the front wing and put double waved yellows onto the circuit. He has made an error, disappointment for the Chinese driver who 2 weeks ago was racing. Let's show you the reason that we're behind this safety car. Juan Manuel Correa ahead.
Just Correa just sort of breaking a little bit more than Zhao was sort of expecting. But did he do anything wrong? No, you know, he can do what he wants with the car in front. But very unfortunate there. Could have been a very big accident if he'd gone up the back of...
Yeah, if it could easily have been launched, couldn't he? At that point, there is a lot of running there, and he came very close to hitting the wheel and being launched. Before we go racing, high-pressured stuff this. Oh, there's a spin! Sergio Zite camera into the wall, and the Dam's opportunity has gone wrong.
You'll see it here.
So watch Giotto, he's in the yellow car.
Then they just sort of weaving tyres there with...
I don't think Giotto could have done much there. Trying to barge through Nicolas Latifi, there was contact there at the back, and there's even more. On board with Delatraz, Boschong is ahead of us. So what is... oh, nothing he could do. I wonder if there was contact with Calderon from behind, because that's a very odd angle to be going into the corner. So look back, you're looking for the pink Arda, not that one. It's just a lock-up for Tatiana down the inside of turn number 2. Problem. Oh, car in the wall is Giuliano Alesi into the wall for Trident, and it's been a miserable weekend for the Italian squad. They have got both cars now out.
The replay, here we go.
So he's racing Guan Yanzhu.
Just locks up. Just locks up and just can't stop, and you know, he just carries that speed straight into the barrier there. It was a opportunistic. I can't even say it now.
Opportunistic.
That's the one.
There we go.
Move, but again, he just carries it.
Correa goes deep, and he's recovered to second place. Giotto hits him, and it's Giotto into the wall with multiple.
Which then put Giotto into the barrier.
And not expecting it, and Nikita Mazepin following in there as well. King left with nowhere to go. So that's just Giotto, too hot into the corner, out of the race. And that is Nikita Mazepin coming in as well. You can see now Schumacher pressuring Boschong, but he's wide, he's off, he's spinning, and it's a lacy off as well in the background. That's a late nose contact, the pole sitter is hit, and that could be damage for Luca Giotto. For the feature race, this is on board with Luca Giotto, who dropped down to 7th. Wait for it. There's the hit from Boccalacci behind, and Boccalacci... Safety car. Oh, and they might get one! They might get one! Oh, they were close there, off the road. My goodness me, Juan Manuel Correa, if he'd made contact with that barrier, it could have been brilliant for Hubert and King. He will go the long way round, and he had stopped earlier on. He will stop now to decide the race. It was contact between Schumacher and Correa, and it sends Correa out of the race.
Strange this contact, because Schumacher was just after
the tyre degradation that he needed, and there's a car on fire in a major way. That's Nobuharu Matsushita, who's had a torrid weekend, and he's going to have to retire from 10th place.
Looks like he's parked that car in a pretty vulnerable position. Be surprised if there's not a safety car here.
Oh, it's a big fire. Come on, Nobuharu. And great to see the Matsushita is out of the car, because that fire took hold very quickly indeed.
Serious fire, yes. Glad to see Matsushita get out of the car safely. I could see that from the commentary box window, actually. We've got a great view up here. But yeah, look, that fire it's not going out, is it?
That is serious stuff. Now up to 4th. Here comes Schumacher and Aiken side by side into turn 1, and Schumacher makes contact with Aiken to go off the road. Will he have a puncher there?
Remember the cone?
And he didn't remember the cone. 5th, and this was the incident down to turn 1, 1 lap ago.
So that was an aggressive move on turning. I'd say if you're going to blame anyone, it's got to be Mick Schumacher more. And look, he's the one that goes off the track.
Yes.
That's why he gets penalty. Here's from another view. So look, Aiken's getting squeezed. There's nothing he can do. And yeah, I think Aiken able to stay on the track
Yes,
just
he
about.
did.
So
I
he
thought he'd
doesn't get
gone
the penalty. Yeah, it was Schumacher that didn't go round the cone. That's why he gets the penalty. But I think it was too aggressive.
Of their races, they have both made one pit stop. The championship leader against the young pretender. The rookie of Schumacher up against the experience of Latifi. And Latifi going for it at the hairpin. That could be contact. It is contact. And Latifi nudges him and somehow... And Latifi coming into the pits. This is why. Oh, all over the curb. Only realised at the last moment that Schumacher wasn't going to open the door. And they met in the middle. Schumacher escaping without a puncher for the moment. Latifi only realising at the... I just realised too late that he wasn't going to be Traz, who was on the podium 1 year ago. Schumacher thinking about it and contact with Tatiana Calderon, and that will block the track. That will force, at the very least, a virtual safety car. Oh, it will block the track for everyone. Well, Schumacher and Latifi had this earlier in the race, and now we are surely going to need a red flag on lap number 20. And
So
this is the reason why.
So he goes through a gap on the inside. There's a bit of a normal move, but it was a little bit too late. And Tatiana, she couldn't see that he was going down the inside there. But the thing that's caught him out there is that Tatiana's gone for quite a wide and late apex into the Rascasse, which you can do. And that's what has given Mick the idea to go down the inside, but it was just too late. And that was
Here is the race leader. There's a car deep there into the hairpin. And that recovering, working for him so far today. Down we go. He was trying to move on Hubert. Once again, squeezed to the curb. And this time, just about gets away with it without any damage.
The move was on. The move was on, but Hubert just, it's a dangerous game to play that. We've seen cars collect each other. Oh, there's contact.
Hubert! Well, it
How
looked
did he
like
get
it
away
was going to
from
be
that?
contact.
And Anthony Nogues, the last corner. Oh, what do you got here?
Oh, contact there. That's Nicholas Latifi very close to in the wall.
Pretty dangerous running around in the car with it. Here we're going to see. So
Latifi attacking Galeo.
Oh, it's even worse than the Schumacher incident. He's going to get a penalty for that.
And then...
Too late. Just too late.
So he made the move on Hubert at the chicane, and then this is not a corner to try and overtake today. On board with Latifi.
Oh, I mean, you could see he thought about backing out. The gap was
considerably. And we've got Jack Aitken into the wall at the hairpin.
And a car travelling past us, Alex.
And that's Correa into the wall as well. Correa has torn off the front wing.
Oh, he was just taken out. Completely hit from behind and nothing he could do.
I'm not sure. Anytime soon.
No, I don't think so. They had a bit of a battle early on, but this is a complete mystery at the moment. De Vries had to pit as well when he did. Here it is. Oh, he's just gone over the curb and then caught the car in a bad way. Hit that yellow curb. So he doesn't touch the barrier on the right-hand side. He just throws the car over the yellow curb too much.
As we did there into the Lowe's hairpin.
Oh, car into the wall in turn number one. It's Mirabeau, sorry. Tatiana Calderon has gone off the road. Down safety car is deployed to neutralise the race. This was Luca Giotto trying to go through on the outside.
That racing line has gone and they've got to give up.
Oh, well, contact before for Luca Giotto. It's happened again. He's hit Mahavir Raghunathan, or at least they've come together at the slowest corner on the racetrack. First win. We're going to have to get a replay of this incident.
He's an idiot. I mean, what the f do they do? No other way to pass. Okay, mate.
What do you think, Johnny?
Well, it's a bit of a late dive up the inside, realistically. I don't think there was any real space there because he was never up the inside at all. He wasn't right at this point, but of course he was always... When we look at what's happening at the front, those front two are sprinting away.
Giuliano Alesi facing the wrong way at the Nouvelle chicane to bring out double waved to the Trident in front of him. Oh, and it happened again.
Oh,
hit twice in the same lap. Sean Galale at the back. And he tried it at the hairpin, and around goes Alesi at the Nouvelle chicane.
That's quite poor, isn't it?
Back to fourth, Callum Ilott is battling with Nicholas Latifi. Oh, and a big crash there between the Premers. Mick Schumacher is hit. The slipstream of his good friend. This was a few moments ago, and that is wild stuff from Sean Galale. Went on the inside, and nothing Schumacher could do. That is what it looked like. What an extraordinary shot. as the Premers get together into the second braking zone of the circuit. And away with it now, he's nearly lost the car, and he's hit Matsushita. Ilott spins around, trying to overtake at turn 11, and he's heading now in the right direction, but losing all of those places that he'd fought through, and he's come to a halt. Matsushita.
When you're coming back across, this will show it better. He's on the curve. I would say he's crowding him off the circuit there. He needed to give him a little bit more space. He knew he was there, but this was a little bit over-ambitious from Ilott. Probably, a bit desperate from what happened before around the previous corner. Went for a move. I think it was a legitimate move, but you need the respect from the driver alongside you in a situation like that.
Corner. Oh, contact there for Luca Ghiotto, who is out of the race with a broken front right wheel. And Ghiotto struggling to turn. And this was the contact. Correa against Ghiotto. And Ghiotto working so hard for so long. And it all goes wrong. Passed by King. And then hit by Correa.
So through turn 5, he runs a bit wide. And that's what allows Correa to be on the inside. It's brave to hang around the outside of turn 6, though. It really is. And he was losing ground all the time.
So this was Matsushita trying to get past and doing what Latifi did, clobbering the boards like it's a PlayStation game, but not taking the position of Correa. There's the lockup, and Hubert getting a present at his home race with the chance, with the move, and with reverse grid pole tomorrow.
Oh, and one final jump for good measure as well on those big...
Oh, who's spinning here? Who's falling down the order? It's Nicholas Latifi on his birthday, heading the wrong way and rejoining. There's Giuliano Alesi going for a huge amount of points. So was he hit? He's not going to get hit by his teammate, is he? Yes, he is. Disaster.
Sergio, hit me. Somebody hit me.
What's the first rule in racing, Davide?
Yeah, it was Sergio. Yeah, he's right, because he hit him in the middle of the corner, so you lose completely the traction.
Through Aiken down to 8th, and Schumacher putting pressure on the pair of them. He's made contact into the back of him, and that will allow Schumacher to go past both of them. Surely no, just one. Aiken damages his front wing and goes off the road. Not happy to be barged out of the way, and his race is ruined after contact to the front wing.
They say the best form of attack is best form of defence is attack, and that's what Aiken tried to do here to make the position back on Hubert and just mistime this movement out to the outside of the line and just clip the back of Anton Hubert's car.
So disappointment for Aiken. It's been that sort of weekend for the Anglo-Korean driver. Looked for the inside line, realised it wasn't there, moved back too late, as you say, Billy, and that is the end of his sprint race. In terms of scoring. Oh, is that Delatraz into the wall? Was that Louis Delatraz? I think it was, from second place, and he's out of the race in a dramatic way. That is a huge smash
in the wall, and we're going to see a replay here of obviously the moment he lost his brakes.
So heading to turn number 1, scrubbing off the speed and just losing the rear of the car. That's a big smash for Delatraz. Such disappointment for him as well. He'd done well to get himself into a position to fight for the win.
Yeah, he'd driven a really good race so far, and like I say...
Wow, that was quite a heavy impact.